Hey everybody, welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Mia.
I'm Jeff.
We got a whole bunch of different people today, and which is good because we get to see some new talent and skills with Jeff. The rapid speed painting by Mia, who gets stuff done. Jesus, we just started and Jeff's almost already done.
I just need all the head start.
Dave.
I need all the head start I can get. That's why.
So today we're painting some dragons, and these dragons are by this is the Zmaj Dragon miniature by Albino Dragon. They sent us a case by 10 of them, so I guess that's a case. It says, "This is not a toy. Dragons are dangerous, mythical creatures and should be handled by adult collectors, ages 14 and older." So it's pretty cool. The sculpt is beautiful. You can see mine right here. So it's a beautiful sculpt.
If you want to put it on
On the spinner?
On the spinner.
All right. There we go. And we'd like to say hi to everybody in the chat that's with us, and those of you that are just watching as, you know, in the background or listening. But yeah, that dragon is a beautiful sculpt. We're all painting the same sculpt, but with our own themes to it, you know? What are you doing, Jeff?
I think I'm going to do kind of like an ice dragon.
Nice.
Ice drake, something like that.
I can dig it. How about you, Mia?
I'm doing Drogon.
Drogon?
Yes.
All right.
Fire dragon.
And I'm going to do a green dragon, you know, one of those swamp runner, acid breathing dragon types.
There you go.
So it'll be kind of cool. For those of you that don't know, Jeff is also known as RogueShader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his Wizarding World name.
It's my homage to, so, I mean, I've been playing like Games Workshop games since I was a wee little boy.
Okay.
And so the original Warhammer 40,000 rulebook was called Rogue Trader.
Okay.
And since I like to paint so much,
RogueShader.
that's where you get.
That works.
Nice. And then, of course, we have Mia, which is Animia Official on almost all social media platforms. So if you guys want to follow her and see all the cool stuff she's doing on both the comic book and toy and gaming side that we all do here.
Now painting.
And of course, where we found her at the homeless shelter. No, I'm just kidding.
I was wondering where I was going.
Oh my!
I thought there was no shade today.
I'm kidding. In the
We
world of
found you.
cosplay.
In the dumpster.
In the world of
Thanks for being much nicer to me. Thank you.
Well, Mia's fan. So,
Oh, is this a fan?
I haven't earned shade yet. That's it. I haven't earned the
no,
salt.
Mia is a professional cosplayer. She's been all over the world. I mean, what, Singapore, right?
Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Beijing. And other large Comic-Cons around the world. So it's very cool, and we're happy to have her here, as she's been here many times, and will probably be here many more times to
Yay.
come. So
Today, however, is my last day.
right. Jeff, it was nice.
It was nice.
You've already made me look bad. No, just kidding. And we're also going to give away one of the dragons to one of you lucky viewers today. So I have a box here. It's not an empty box. We took one of these ones out. It's got its own dragon in it. And we're going to send this to somebody in the chat. So if you're watching and you want to, what's the hashtag we're going to use, or what are we going to make people do there, Leona?
We're gonna say #dragons_don't_share.
Nice, because that's the facts. Dragons don't share. Hashtag dragons don't share in the chat, and then we'll pick one of y'all and send it off to you. So let's get to it.
Just so you know, Keith is in the chat. Lisa says hello.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Keith.
Hey, guys.
Richard says hi. One Inchiro says what's up, party people.
Oh, we're partying.
And Chris Cox says hello.
All right. Hey, Chris.
Also, Josh Wheatley says hello. Nick is here as well.
Wow.
Got a big group.
Yep. I love it. Let me pull this up, too, so I can monitor the silliness. There we go.
Can I tell you how glad I am that we were able to do some quick throwing of paint on this before we turn the stream on?
Yeah?
I'm just a horribly slow painter. Like it's painful.
Cannon is here, by the way.
All right.
He said,
Cannon.
I'm here.
Cannon! Out in Vegas.
Natasha's here as well.
Nice.
Sorry, Jeff.
So, yes.
No.
Yes.
Dang it.
It's one of those days.
Now you need to use all of it.
I'm just going to paint
The
everything
whole
brown.
thing. So,
Well, I'm going to have a brown
Dragons become
dragon
brown.
today. Because I accidentally poured way too much paint. It was stuck. In my defense, it was stuck.
So if that happens with any of the other ones, there is a
Is there a tool I'm supposed to use?
right there.
Oh, a
Just
paper.
punch it.
Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Simon Pitt says hello.
Hello,
and he's
hello.
from the UK.
oh.
Nice. How's the weather over there in the
Brown
UK?
dragon.
Eric says, I can't wait to see how these turn out.
So Eric is from Albino Dragon.
Oh, very
Oh.
cool.
Hello.
He's really-
Oh,
he's
no
really
pressure.
good.
Well, shoot. These are really cool sculpts, though.
Absolutely.
Really detailed.
And as you guys know, I'll probably end up using mine in, I don't know, a D&D campaign.
Excellent.
And my friends that I play with will be like, we're first level. I don't care.
You will battle
You
this.
can make them battle a first level dragon.
If only there were such a thing.
You can make it.
There's no implied scale with these, though. I mean, this could be next to a 28 millimeter. He's not quite that
Yeah,
imposing.
oh yeah,
you know?
he's a young, this is very young.
Now, if it's like 6 millimeter or something, then it's a different story.
Yes. Look at him over talking in metric systems. I'm like, I have no idea what he's saying.
Inches.
If it's a small fraction of an inch, I'm not gonna do that conversion. But if Eric's on the line, do he have a scale in mind for these? I wonder.
Yeah, Eric, what scale are these? It doesn't say on the box, I don't believe. No, it does. It says it right here on the box. Dragons are legendary, powerful creatures that are feared and respected throughout the world. Zmaj is one of the oldest and most revered of his kind, so he's an old dragon. Bring him into your adventures with this 60 millimeter resin miniature. Dang it. I was really hoping to get away with there not being anything on there.
Well, maybe that's just the size. Maybe that's just the size of the mini, and it doesn't imply scale.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we'll go with that.
We can just make things up. That's cool.
Yes, it's the internet.
This is truth.
Painting dragons, Rode, I can't spell. Today, and I'm sharing this in the D&D group. Hashtag half the name. So, you're saying that when you were driving up here, you kind of ran into some beautiful traffic.
Oh man, it's just as soon as it starts raining, it's like everybody turns into a maniac. And I'm not kidding, I witnessed a near road closure on a little 2-lane road that would have completely prevented me from getting here.
Mm-hmm.
Couple accidents, and then also managed on that same road to get stuck behind somebody who I don't know where they were going, but I don't think they're ever going to get there.
They may not have known where they were going either.
It's very probable. But yeah, it was a harrowing journey, fraught with many dangerous side quests.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
I received no gold and no XP for it, though.
Aww.
Those are the roughest journeys, really.
Yeah.
When there is no reward at the end. Well, there is. I mean, you get to come and paint
This is
with
true.
us
This is
today
true.
and take the miniature home, and
That
so
is a big treat.
that there's some reward there. I mean, well, paint with us. I mean, paint with Mia.
My brown dragon.
Yes.
Oh, Richard has a question.
Okay.
Not to get off topic, but any tips on sealers to use on MDF terrain prior to painting?
Man, that would actually have been a great question for Dave.
That would have been a really great Dave question.
Because Dave does a lot of terrain builds and is just a phenomenal artist in that arena.
So they're talking about like MDF stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like the laser cut?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never built any of it.
If anybody in the chat, I mean, Drew, if I know you're in the chat, and if Josh is in the chat from Mini Painting Studios, and if Dave, if you're watching,
On vacation?
well, he's on vacation. He said he had to write his book this week. He had to finish it up.
I don't know. I have no idea what David's
If he's
doing.
on vacation, I'm going to be like, what?
Telling you, he's pulling the old George R. R. Martin.
I mean, we could check. We could see where David is.
You got a locator on him?
He doesn't know about
I
that.
think when any Australian moves to the United States, we put a tracker on.
Oh, isn't it like a little chip behind the ear or something?
Yeah,
like
that's what I
it's
heard.
a little subcutaneous. We're also not supposed to tell them about that.
Craig
Crap.
says it depends on the terrain.
Uh,
I know when we painted the Star Wars Legion stuff, he
Mm-hmm.
brought in MDF, and honestly, he didn't even prime it.
Yeah.
I thought. I know that might
You know
sound
what?
weird, but I thought he didn't.
I feel like maybe I haven't done this. I feel like maybe you could try like the sealant that you can get at just like for canvases, like regular art store stuff. Maybe
Right.
I don't know how glossy or matte that is though. But
Right.
It probably comes in lots of different.
I mean, again, it's a great question, and I'm sorry that we don't necessarily at this table
We're
have
totally
the answer.
ill-equipped to answer.
But if you are wanting to know, if you're not already a part of our group, we have a Facebook group called Painting Happy Little Minis. And if you join up, there is a lot of talented artists and sculptors and everybody in there that would be the right people to ask. And they're more than willing to share their knowledge. And if Vanessa Muse is around, she's another great one with a lot of good information. And of course, Carl has done some stuff as well in that arena, I believe, and Craig.
Yeah, Carl says there's a primer called Gap Filler, or the like that I've heard others to use pre-paint MDF. It's called Gap Filler.
Gap filler.
Actually, that sounds like something that we use.
Craig
in
says he
cosplay.
uses Mod Podge.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can find Vanessa and invite her to watch. She always has good intel.
I mean, it probably depends on the
Rich
terrain
says
type.
he'll throw the question into the group.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, Vanessa says Mod Podge.
All right.
Mod Podge.
Boom. She's with us.
One Inchiro says I've used thin down PVA glue or Mod Podge to seal MDF buildings before.
Nice.
You can also blend in acrylics to customize up primer color too.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Vanessa.
I'm gonna use that for cosplay now.
All the intel.
That's a good idea. But yeah, I wonder if it probably wouldn't work on the MDF though. I was thinking you could use Bondo or something like that, but
Bondo.
that might be
Like
a little
from-
bit industrial strength.
From,
yeah.
from car stuff.
Yeah, a lot of folks use it on like foam.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
isn't
scenery
it for
and
foam,
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For like weapons and stuff for armor.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you probably use a lot of that.
Yeah, we use a lot of Bono Mod Podge.
It's just nasty stuff, but
Oh, Vanessa says actually doing this right now for the next video.
All right.
So Jeff, what paints are you using right now?
so I'm just starting to lay down some basic highlights. I base coated the dragon. I'm going for like a darker blue or like a high contrast blue. So I started out with this Vallejo model color dark Prussian blue mixed with some black, and I just slathered that on, like, it was just why I'm kind of moving slowly because it's still drying, with like the biggest brush I could find
Yes.
in my little box there. And then I'm just going through now and just starting to use the regular Prussian blue from the same line that just to start to build up some highlights. I'm going to concentrate on like his shoulders and like the upper part of his chest and the upper part of the legs there, and then the wings. And it's kind of the trick that we do a lot when we're painting minis, whether you're doing it for the table, the tabletop, or even if you're doing it for a display case, is to concentrate on what you want people to really look at. So if you look at it, sometimes you'll be really surprised how little of the rest, how the rest of the miniature isn't painted to quite the same standard as, say, like the head and shoulders and face and chest area kind of is of any given model, because it's what you want to draw the eye. And usually if it's down towards the base, you're going to get like weathering powders and stuff like that on it anyway if you're doing that kind of thing. so it'll cover up a lot of the detail. So just going in and with not even that diluted and just kind of starting to paint on just where the light's going to hit on the tops of his shoulders and wings.
Wow. That's good detail. I like that. I'm over here
Blue.
going, I'm over here going, I'm painting green.
Yeah.
To answer your question, blue.
That's hilarious. No, but I love it because it's we're all using different paints today. It looks like you have a lot of Vallejo out, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I use a little bit of everything though. So.
And I actually am using, and everybody knows I usually use Army Painter War Paints, but today I am using Vallejo Game Color as well. The spectrum of green, and then there's also a green ink I'm gonna play with. And then Mia has got some Army Painter, some Vallejo, and some
I'm not partial to one.
Bones.
I like all the colors.
Reaper.
Well, you really like that.
Yeah, I really
Vallejo
love this
Game
brown.
Color, that one.
Wow.
This brown is my favorite.
Rick, did you want to mention the giveaway?
I did want to. I'll do that now. So we're going to be giving away one of these dragons, not one that we're painting, but one of them right here in the box. For one of you viewers, if you would be so kind as to use the hashtag #DragonsDon'tShare in the chat, and we'll select one of y'all and give away one of these beautiful dragons right here. And we'll announce it just after the show. I'll go through and I'll read all the comments and find all the hashtags, and then I'll post into the chat who the winner is, and we'll send it off to that individual. And again, we'd like to thank Albino Dragon. If you want to check them out at www.albinodragon.com or at Albino Dragon on Twitter and Albino Dragon Games on Facebook. You can find all the cool stuff they got going on.
Dragons don't share, but we do.
That's right.
I know that's also a Reaper name, but whatever. It's fine.
What's a... Oh,
Dragons
yeah.
Don't Share is like a...
The name of a Reaper miniature?
Yeah.
It's true, we painted it.
It's okay though. Quiet.
But it's a fact. Dragons don't share.
They really don't.
That's why they call them dragon hordes.
Or dragon gourds.
Gourds.
Like pumpkins, like the
Yeah.
dragons.
Yes.
That's how that works. I did not know.
And speaking of dragons, who's your favorite dragon? And for all you in the chat too, shout out your favorite dragons.
That's my problem. Is
I
like
see this, Rick. Are you talking about like in movies or TV or
Any media.
Favorite type of dragon?
In a book.
In a book, near a brook, on a lane.
Oh my goodness.
Dungeons and Dragons by Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
oh. Favorite dragon.
Yeah, Carl says favorite dragon, Smog.
I was gonna say like that's the only dragon I think I really know by name.
That's ridiculous.
Does Falcor count? He's a luck dragon.
He's a luck dragon.
That is
so
okay.
Falcor absolutely counts.
Puff.
Alright.
Puff
Vanessa
the
says
magic
Puff.
dragon.
What's the one that was from like Disney? Like
Pete's dragon.
Oh yeah,
Back
Pete's
in the day.
dragon.
That was Elliot.
well, there was another one that was the one that used to like
The
go
dra-
around Epcot Center, like the
Oh, Figment.
Figment. Yeah, because he was a figment of your imagination, right?
Oh,
Ah.
true.
Look at you.
Old school Disney.
I mean,
Busting out some-
you'd say Maleficent because technically she turned into
turns
it.
Oh.
a dragon.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Tiamat.
Tiamat. That's a great dragon from
Yeah.
the D&D line.
The dragon that comes with the Zombicide Green Horde. Got it
Ooh,
in the
that's a good one,
Kickstarter.
too. That's a nice dragon.
What about the dragon that had the Sean Connery voice from the movie? I can't remember what movie.
Aragon.
Was it Rain? Was it Eric?
No, Merlin.
From Dragonheart?
I like how we all named it very different.
What
completely
movie was that?
It was Dragonheart.
I'm
Dang
going
it.
Dragonheart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I like the dragon from Merlin.
The BBC show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Then you have the big.
Farinth from Dragon Riders of Pern.
Oh,
Oh,
Dragon.
yeah.
Nice.
Anne McCaffrey.
Yeah, good shout out.
I did.
That was
not
one of
remember.
Chira's.
Nice.
Did not remember any of their names.
Sorry.
Well, now that I'm done with brown, you
Sharuga
lost me back.
Ashen Sugar's dragon.
What's that? Is that an anime?
I'm going to do
Ashen
part of this one in brown.
Sugars? Okay,
Sharuga, Ashen Sugars
I'll look
Dragon? I don't know that one. What's that from?
I don't. Jeremy will respond soon.
All right.
Jason says hello.
Hello, Jason.
James says hello as well.
Hello, James.
Oh, Simon said that they actually painted the Zombicide dragon the other day
And posted in the
and
group.
posted in the group. Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I'm like,
Lockheed, Kitty
Lockheed,
Pride's
Kitty Pride's dragon.
pet dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
toothless.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there's so many dragons out there.
Yeah, I guess I knew more names than I thought. I just suck at answering the question.
You are on the spot though. You know,
That's true.
being in front of cameras can make someone be
The
like,
hot seat.
you just lose things.
Check.
I'm kind of with Jeff though. Like I love Figment at Epcot Center when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was like a big thing for me. I don't even know if that character is still around.
He is, but
Oh,
they
yeah?
completely redesigned the Journey into Imagination Pavilion.
He's currently on the top of.
Did they retcon?
What's the bank in Diagon Alley called?
Oh, Gringotts?
It's the dragon on top of Gringotts. Universal. He grew up.
He grew up.
Wait, no, is
He
Figment
got
the
fired
same
at
one
Disney
from
and went to
the-
Universal.
The movie about the feels. What was the Disney movie about feels? It was like joy and anger.
Oh, Inside Out?
Wasn't Figment in that?
I feel like
No,
you
I
might
don't
be
think so.
right. I feel like you.
Oh, there is a dragon because he's the one that's.
Doesn't he disappear? 'Cause
Yeah.
he's a figment of your mind. I think it
Yeah,
is
I think
him.
it is him.
It is.
No,
him.
that's not Figment.
No?
No.
Wow, Johnny's.
I know what you're talking about, but no.
He's getting
Just
ready
wrong.
to fight.
It's like, that is not the dragon.
Figment would not appear in that.
Seriously, that dragon does not appear in that film.
Dang! Wow.
Also,
Jesus.
Jeremy says it's Feist Magician series.
Oh,
the
okay.
Magician series. Oh my goodness,
I like this
Oh, I can't say this name. Vemerathrax
From Dragonlance.
pejorative from Dragon Slayer.
Oh yeah, Vermithrax, pejorative
Yep.
from Dragon Slayer, the Disney movie from the late, or I think it was like 81.
Nice.
I do not remember that at all.
Greg
What was
says Raishan from Critical Role.
Now I'm just like trying to think of like obscure
Oh,
dragons.
Yeah, what's the
Spyro.
most?
Spyro.
There was like one
dragon.
B
Eric
grade
shouted
movie
out
30 years ago.
Spyro.
What a great dragon.
Quest for
Oh,
Camelot.
Vanessa Muse says he's an elephant. He's not actually a
cartoon.
dragon.
Yeah,
That's
the
right, he
two-headed
was an
dragon?
The
elephant.
character in Inside Out is actually an elephant.
What was the name of the did the dragon in the original, like the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, like did that have a name?
Tiamat.
That was Tiamat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I did not know that.
Yeah, the mother of dragons. Well, the original mother of dragons.
It's true.
Also, 1,000 Year Beer says old age copper dragons are cool because they're actually green.
Yes, from D&D again, the metallic dragons.
Does King Ghidorah from Godzilla count? Why can't I say these names?
Sure.
I would say yes, and I don't know why.
Elliot from Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, Elliot.
I thought you should paint Pete's Dragon. Rick.
You thought I should paint Pete's dragon?
Yes.
I would. I mean, Elliot is one of my favorite dragons. He's so cool.
Oh, Kurt from Smirk and Dagger
Okay.
says, say, on an upcoming show, why don't you try and paint the tentacles from Tower of Madness? I love to see the style and variety that could come out.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
That's a good idea.
Because I forgot you saw them just today.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
That game looks like fun.
It is fun.
Who publishes that?
Smirk and Dagger.
Smirk and
Oh,
Dagger.
it's Smirk and Dagger. I'm like only hearing half of what's being said apparently.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
No,
'Cause I
it's because I'm desperately trying to figure out what I'm doing with this dragon.
Also, Singe, Dragon's Lair.
Oh, yes. The video game?
There are a lot of
A
dragons.
lot of dragons out there.
We're like, we don't know.
the names of any dragons. Oh yeah, there's 50.
500 later.
And so many good ones, too. That's what's fun.
Yeah.
It's not like nobody has said like the worst dragon.
What
Even
is
if
it?
I
it
was
is-
thinking the dragons from Dragon Tales, but
Those are good dragons too. Teaching kids how to read and be
Yes.
imaginative. So good.
It's actually a more difficult question maybe than like, are there any dragons that nobody likes?
Yeah.
I have
Just like
one.
the Jar Jar Binks.
Of course you
dragons.
do, Johnny. You're Johnny out there. I've got one. Raising his hand.
Is it that dragon from that movie, from that Disney movie that wasn't Figment?
No, it's
He was an
it's from a
elephant.
kids show called Wally Kazam. No, there's this little animated like cartoon dragon who just kind of like and just like talks like that. It's so annoying.
That sounds
So
pretty
he's like the
awful.
Scrappy Doo of dragons.
also Chanel says I created a cat dragon for my first edition game.
A cat dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Probably as a familiar, maybe.
I can dig it.
The quote-unquote dragon from Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. Oh,
Great dragon.
I don't know. That might be a nominee for like the Jar Jar Binks of dragons.
No,
You think?
she was adorable. She just wanted love and found it in Donkey. Maybe not willingly in the beginning, but
Such a weird.
That's dark.
At least Donkey wanted his kids at the end. We were discussing Shrek 3 earlier and the plot of it, and I was like, this is so messed up. Because, like, Shrek literally doesn't want his family anymore, and he wishes them away. I was like, this is really dark for a Disney movie.
Oh, it was actually Blue Sky Animation, so it wasn't Disney.
Oh, it wasn't Disney.
Nope.
Casey, we are naming famous dragons. This, some of your favorites or any that you've enjoyed from literature, comics, board games, RPGs, movies.
Wormy from the Dragon magazine comic.
Oh, Wormy. Yeah. Oh, Dragon magazine. How I miss thee.
Me too.
That and Dungeon magazine.
Mm.
Oh, I used to get Dungeon.
Dang it, Paizo, why'd you have to stop? I mean, I can probably guess. This wasn't fiscally sound.
Galarung from the Silmarillion.
Ooh, yes.
Sorry if I'm butchering these names.
Silmarillion references are legit.
Yeah.
A, because it means
Core
you got
fans,
through the whole
yeah.
book. And B,
Carl says my worst dragon is Calamite from Dark Souls. One of the few bosses I couldn't beat.
Okay.
I feel like I would have given up on that game long before getting to that boss, probably. I always do that. I
Dark
like
Souls.
start a game and then I'm like, nah, there's no way I'm ever finishing this. And
I think Dark Souls can definitely be that game.
I'm also surprised that nobody has mentioned any of the major dragons from like Skyrim. Because there's a couple there.
yeah.
And I'm not going to mention them because I don't remember their names.
You just want somebody else to remember.
Exactly.
I'm like, they had names, I just killed them.
The one on the top of the mountain where you learn all the spells in the beginning. I forget.
Skyrim is another one of those games that I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play this, and then
No?
just didn't.
I played so many hours of Skyrim.
It looked awesome.
That's why I didn't want to play it, because I put 400 hours into one character of Oblivion, and I was like, if I do this with Skyrim, I'm going to never get anything done in my life.
Still, I think there's probably worse ways to
Yeah, right.
spend one's existence.
I don't know, I just don't like it when they put like the total hours that you've like played,
They
and
should
then you're
never do
like,
that.
dang.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, what am I doing?
Should never do that.
What's the dragon from WoW with the iron jaw?
I don't know the name.
Anybody know that one?
Also,
I-
Casey says Nicole Bolas from MTG is cool.
Oh, Nicol Bolas, yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Charizard from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Isn't Nicol Bolas like? Wasn't there like 5 or 4
Legendary dragons.
legendary dragons
Mhm.
or something like that?
Yep. Nicol Bolas is just the one that got the most fame.
Yeah. I don't remember the other ones' names though.
Exactly.
Has-beens.
I'll be from the Flight of the Conchords song. I'll be the racist dragon.
I'll be the,
Yeah,
Are we
that's
getting
a-
to the end of the list now?
Yeah.
oh,
a funny-
Deathwing is from WoW. That's the
Oh.
yeah. I'll be the racist.
Yeah, it's a funny song.
I mean, Flight of the Conchords was a pretty funny show. Think what's going on over there.
Yeah, people are saying it's Deathwing, just so you know.
Deathwing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can dig it.
Is blowing on the paint.
Oh. Is that just like overpowering all the audio? Is like,
No, Rick just made a face.
Yeah. As Rick does.
yeah, my paint is not really drying per se, so it's just a great example of how to work in wet.
We should talk about the ecology of dragons. Anybody? No? Nobody wants to join in on that one?
No.
It's like, this is a class at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Dragonology.
Yeah. Pull out your Dragonomicons. We're going to go to chapter 4. Mating rituals. Female dragons. No.
Oh my gosh.
No, we're not.
What are we rating? Is there a rating for this show?
Well, I was going to say, eat the male counterpart. It's like, what? That doesn't sound right. It's in the book.
I think you found your highlight video for this week.
Yep.
Chapter 4. I think, what's the whole thing with the dragon's hoard, the treasure? I mean, it's just, why?
They like money. Either that or they're like crows and they like shiny things.
It's not a bad idea.
I agree.
There's giant evil crows.
They're the worst.
Also, somebody commented, Mia, that you're very intense
I
with your
everyone's-
painting.
It's also because I never wear my glasses,
wear
so
your
I'm
glasses.
like, I have to have it like right here.
Are
Oh.
you having fun?
Michael wrote the Skyrim dragons.
All of them?
3 of them.
Alduin, yes. Oh, he wrote a bunch. That was such right, Michael.
Gold is used for bedding.
Parathornax. There we go. The dragon at the top of the mountain. Gold is what?
Is used for bedding.
Nice.
Syndrogasa was also cool, as she was dead.
Ooh, Draco Liches.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's truly terrifying.
I can dig it. So do you play Dungeons and Dragons, Jeff?
I have. Like, I always ran into this problem where no one really wanted to be DM. And, like, I could actually be, like, a decent DM, and so I always ended up being the DM, but I really wanted to, like, play
Yeah.
and, you know, like, have a part to play kind of thing.
Okay.
So I didn't play that much because I got kind of tired of,
Being the one always doing homework?
yeah, always having to do homework. Like, I just wanted to show up and kind of be absurd.
Okay.
But yeah, loved the idea
I feel you.
of playing D&D. It was just the reality that wasn't my thing. But maybe I just didn't find the right group.
Yeah, finding the right group can be important. And then once you find the right group, then it's all about scheduling and,
Yeah.
you know, that's the hard part. Because everybody has lives. Lame.
Yeah.
Like, who said that was okay?
What's the fun in that?
Right?
Christopher Chung says Spell Smashers is in the shot. Smiley face. Which it is.
It is. Is it? It is Christopher Chung, creator
Mm-hmm.
of said game.
Also, Michael says, let's not forget Draco from Dragonheart.
Yes, that was his name, Draco. I think we kind of mentioned him earlier, just as Sean Connery.
Yes, we did, actually.
I'm a dragon.
Take Eschwards for 500.
We just
Johnny
hear
Depp
it.
is cackling.
No, because now I just have it in my mind that someone out there has to take the Sean Connery voice from the Jeopardy skits and put it over top of like footage from Dragonheart.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Dave Taylor joined.
Oh, Dave, how's your
Hey.
book coming?
How's that book coming?
We know that you took the week off so you could work on your book. Is everything going okay with that? I'd hate that maybe anything would be in the way of you being successfully
my
completing
gosh.
that.
We love you, Dave.
Salty. Silence. Dave's like, I'm not talking to you.
And Dave, look how much he's got done in the first 15 minutes of the show. I mean, we're probably like a half hour in now. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I came in, sat down, and started painting a half hour before
That is true.
we went live.
Jeff,
We
what
all
color are you
kinda
using
did.
for the scales?
I am using some Vallejo Game Air, I think.
Nice.
Model Air, yeah. Turn the bottle around so I don't read the Spanish name. Cam Light Brown, which I assume is Camo Light Brown, Camo Light Brown as a base color, and then just light brown as sort of a mid-tone, and then sand as a. Can't get my directions right. There we go.
It's okay.
There we go. As kind of a mid highlight, and then I'll do like a real sharp highlight afterwards. But basically, I'm not really being neat with any of this. A, because of time, and B, because it should look kind of organic, I think. And doing kind of lines like this to make the plates look like they're kind of, I don't know what the word for it is, but like that bone.
Sure,
kind
like a
of-
chitinous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So just kind of painting in sharp little lines. Not really
Nice.
worrying about blending or anything like that.
It looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's got like almost like a very kind of battle-worn look to it.
Yeah, I figure this guy's seen some stuff. Has been in it.
Gotta get that treasure.
Yeah, he's got to get that gold. Make that money.
Nope. Cheddar.
Why has no one... Surely someone's done like a gangster rapper, like, dragon thing with the gold chain. I mean, like, surely.
MC Chris, maybe?
Someone has to have
He's
done
one
it.
of those guys that does funny parody songs about our lovely hobby.
Someone has to... Like, someone has not... People have not missed out on the getting cheddar aspect of dragons, surely.
I mean, I remember the song "Wizards Never Die." Yeah, very gangster. Michael, you're not being a wet blanket. I know that in some circles, this may be a wyvern
Oh.
based on its, or even just a drake.
Oh. Yeah.
I can see where that could be the
Truth.
case. However, Albino Dragon, the company that made it, has dubbed it a dragon.
We were predisposed.
So, but yes, it could either be a wyvern or a drake,
Why would it be a wyvern?
because dragons have like 4 front legs and hind legs, and then their wings. Whereas a wyvern or a drake just has the hind legs, and then the wings in the front are the same, or the wings. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I learned something new today.
That's why it did look
Chapter 7 in the Dragonomicon, the ecologies of other reptilian creatures, is oftentimes mistaken for dragons.
Do wyverns spit fire or acid or anything?
Most of the time, a wyvern will have
Or game or anything?
They'll have like a scorpion tail.
Keith says, gotta go. Have fun.
All right, Keith, be well.
See ya.
Are wyvern only smaller or?
Oh yeah, they're significantly smaller. Not as intelligent. They're more animalistic than a dragon. Look at us talking about fantasy creatures like they're real.
They are.
They are.
Yeah, they're the realest.
In my mind.
Dude, no one could tell little me that unicorns did not exist when I was younger. So, they exist.
Could they even tell you now that they don't exist?
Mwahaha.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, today's episode is Dragonology 101.
Yes.
It truly speaks to my level of geekdom
Lore.
and lore. Yes, I'm a sage. I'm the wise man on the mountain who hates to climb. Stairs my enemy.
So, Jeff, do you always use a wet palette?
I do most of the time because I tend to get really conscious of whether or not the paint is going to dry on the palette or trying to be quick before, the paint dries or whatever. So the wet palette just helps me kind of slow down and take my time. But, a lot of people think there's like a secret weapon. Like a wet palette is like a thing you have to use to be good, and that's just not the case. Like I've seen really awesome painters use everything from pieces of cardboard to nothing. Just taking paint straight out of the pot, even though if you're learning, don't do that. To wet palettes, to whatever. So it just boils down to personal preference, I think. But yeah, I usually do.
Nice. Jason says, and dragons, they taste like chicken. At least that's what I've been told.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Also, what company makes these?
The dragon?
Mm-hmm.
So it is albinodragon.com. Make this particular piece. And we are giving one of them away. For those of you watching, if you're just tuning in or catching us a little late. And if you, in the chat, type in hashtag #DragonsDon'tShare, one of y'all is going to get this sent to you. And yeah, it could be you.
Or it could be me.
No, it can't be you. You're eligible.
Dang.
Ineligible.
We're always ineligible for everything.
Yeah. Trying to buck the system. But I think you have one on your desk already, Leona.
Also, Eric says apparently that's Michael is the second guy to mention that it looks like a wyvern.
A wyvern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In 5 years. But nobody buys wyvern minis.
Well, there you go. That's actually marketing. Hashtag marketing.
It's all a spin.
Dave's
What Dave said.
Dave put hashtag dragons don't share. Dave.
Dang it. Dave won. No, just kidding.
Dave automatically wins. No, just joking.
Well, he's going to get one anyways because I have a request for him.
For him to paint something?
To paint one, yeah.
Cool.
And maybe we can do it as part of one of the charities that he uses or
yeah.
works with.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you part of that, Jeff?
I am indeed. I painted the praetor, the leader for the World Eaters army that's being raffled off a couple weeks from now.
For which organization?
The Nova Open Charitable Foundation. And I don't remember which the actual charity was that it went to. But if Dave is on the line, he can probably.
Speak to that. Yeah. That's cool, man.
They're all good causes, though. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The painters that worked on, like I did like one little guy. But the model was actually like really heavily converted and had all these cool custom sculpted bits and details on it and stuff from Chris Borer, who has won like a bajillion Slayer swords and Golden Demons and is just an incredibly talented both painter and sculptor.
Nice.
And it was super cool to get the chance to paint something that he had worked so much on. because it was a really awesome model. So definitely check it out and go get raffle tickets, because whoever wins that army is going to be, all of the painters that work on all of them are very talented, but the folks that I did that army with were just awesome and lots of fun.
Just sick.
Oh, and apparently the World Eaters Army raffle is going to Doctors Without Borders.
Cool.
Oh, what a great organization.
And Dave put the organization in the comments,
Nice.
like a link.
The link. So click.
Yeah. So he's got time to write that.
Gotta help the docs.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Dave does a really awesome job coordinating. I mean, you can imagine like how difficult it is with the number of artists that they have in that consortium, because they do like a bunch of different.
It's almost like a painters guild.
It really, it really is. Yeah, and it's you can imagine what it's like to like wrangle, that many artists.
Oh yeah,
It's tough. It's like a guild of painters.
it's weird. Johnny's back there chortling.
Yeah, there's some chortling going on. It was well timed, really well timed.
Oops, sorry.
Well,
That's all right. Just seems that there's a lot of joke stealing going around.
I know, right?
Also, Jason asks, is it safe to put your brush in your mouth after cleaning?
Probably not. No, I would not
Yes,
recommend.
if you think acrylic is non-toxic.
I mean, safe is relative, right?
We do it a lot around here.
Yeah, it's not a good habit to get into. I would recommend that you don't do it. I've tried to stop. I'm just very lazy, and I continually do it.
It's all the nicotine.
Yeah, that they're putting
In
in
the
acrylic
brush.
paints. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. But it's not like do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. It does not make you a better painter, if that's what you're asking. There is no benefit to it.
Well, it keeps the tip of the brush sharp, right?
Yeah,
I mean, That's
sure.
why everybody does it. So, I mean,
Well, it's because we're
Do it.
lazy.
No, I'm just-
It's because we're lazy. Because like you can also
Yeah.
draw the brush out like that and make it sharp, or use the palm of your hand or whatever. But
and I've seen people when they're wearing
it
like
becomes habitual.
gloves will be
Oh yeah.
will do that on one of the fingers of the glove that they're painting to get that excess paint off and sharpen the tip of the brush.
Yep.
If you want to see that technique actually in use, watch Josh over at Mini Painting Studios. He usually goes live around 3 o'clock in the Painting Happy Little Minis group, and on his own page, of course. And he wears a glove, and you can see him using that technique very closely.
I've seen a lot of painters, especially folks who do like a lot of airbrushing and stuff, using like latex or nitrile gloves or something like that, which I used to do. I just stopped when it started to get in my way.
Yes.
The glove.
Yeah.
Oh, Also, Carl says it got a split.
All right, Carl.
Cheers all.
Be well. Thanks for joining us today. I know
And-
we are getting close to the end here.
Yeah, about 10 minutes. Also, Dave says, I'm taking a break, sitting back, sipping some maple syrup.
Speaking of maple syrup,
Sipping on some scissor.
I love it. I'm thinking I'm going to have Brenner tonight, which we all know is breakfast for dinner, yeah? Gonna eat some pancakes.
Did I miss a maple syrup joke, by the way?
Yep.
Okay. I figured that
so
was
maple
something.
syrup is something that like comes up every episode,
Oh.
and it had for like a while unintentionally, and now it's intentional.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
That and
Netflix,
Netflix.
our favorite two unofficial sponsors.
Yep. Speaking of Netflix, has anybody been watching or have you finished the show Disenchanted on Netflix.
Haven't even started it
I
yet.
started it.
Okay.
Isn't that Matt Groening show?
It is.
or-
Yeah, it's the guy who does The Simpsons and what's the other one?
Futurama.
Futurama.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah. It's not,
Check it out.
not bad at all.
Oh, and Dave says, and Chipotle, which is true. That's our other sponsor, by the way.
Non-official.
Unofficial, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question from Greg. How do you get the paint to dry so quickly while you are painting to avoid smearing?
I
He blows on it.
I literally don't. Like you can see it. Like I was trying to see if I could like roughen one of these wings really quickly, which I'm probably not going to be able to given how much time there is. But you can see like it's not at all dry. So I'll try blowing on it. When I'm painting it at home, I have a hairdryer. And a lot of painters actually use them to help dry the paint while it's drying to make it faster. And you can get like they have little stands that I think are for folks that have special needs, I think,
Okay.
for hair dryers. And so there can be like a stand
Yes.
sitting on your desk. Yeah, well, you're going to laugh. It's much worse than that.
Oh, no.
I actually wired up a like a foot switch, like for a table saw or something to the
Okay.
hair dryer. So I can just hit the hair, put the foot switch and hold the mini, let it dry, come back. Yeah.
Wow.
I told you I'm really lazy.
Or
Really
just
lazy.
really, an amazing engineer.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's how great inventions are made, is
Well-
out of like wanting to be like, I don't want to
be
do this.
lazy, yeah. Yeah, I got tired of like putting down the brush and picking up the hair dryer and all that kind of thing.
That makes sense.
Also, Rick, for a comment about disenchantment,
Yeah.
whatever. Kurt says, I wanted it to be funnier, but I'm holding judgment for the mid-season.
Yeah, because this is only part one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, hopefully.
I think you said something similar.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because it's in my genre of, fandom. And one of the things that we all know The Simpsons and, like, Family Guy and some of those other animated shows do is they tend to, like, tap into modern issues and be able to even go back and do some flashbacks to things that we can all relate to. They can't really do it on the show.
There's no sense of relevance because it's not coming out week by week.
Right.
That's a good point. I saw they had a really big booth at
San Diego?
There you go,
it's
yeah.
San Diego, yeah. And I walked by like a couple of times in between dodging people, and I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, I should check it out, but I haven't.
No. It's worth a look. So we've only got like 5 minutes left.
Gonna force the issue.
Yep. And in that 5 minutes, some of the things we should probably talk about are, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, Painting Happy Little Minis, please do so. We'll add you in if you aren't already in there. And then the miniatures that we're painting today, we won't get them done, but when we do get them done, we'll post up the pictures of the miniatures in the group so that everybody can critique them and make fun of us, which is fine. Or give us some great pointers on what other things we could have done. Like, if we put it up there like now, I'd probably get a comment like, is it a work in progress? And I'd be like, yes, Dave, it is a work in progress. Dave's like, I am gonna just punch him when I see
yeah.
him.
Just as long as it's not on a day when I'm here and I have to be in the middle.
True. And also, make sure you guys are going to your friendly local game store. Become a part of the community there so that, if you are a hobby painter or a pro painter or want to find the path to pro painting, sometimes the path is started right at your local game store, especially if they have like paint stations and a decent community around that hobby. Because they'll usually be there to help you out and get you all excited and give you the tools you need to be a better painter.
You can get all your pro paint and pro paint accessories.
Pro paint and pro paint.
Sorry.
Bobby,
I had to do it.
get your propane.
Good night, everybody.
Not even 3 o'clock and already. That's good. Pro paint and pro paint accessories.
Propane accessories.
I was not ready for that.
Oh, damn it, Bobby.
Good job.
Sometimes I'm funny.
Yeah, I mean, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was perfect.
What? I can dig it. And then, what's the other thing we usually talk about right at the end? Oh, events. So you mentioned that the Nova Open is at the end of the month, Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
So if you guys are in the DMV area and want to go check that out, that would probably be awesome. And if you're at Dragon Con, I happen to be there this year again. I'm returning to the Big City Comics booth, and I'll be doing some cosplay photography right there. So stop by and get your picture taken with a dragon, because we will have a dragon at the booth, a big inflatable dragon. That'll be fun. And then it's Fort Wayne, then Baltimore or Keystone Comic Con, then Baltimore Comic Con, then New York Comic Con, and then finally, at the end of the con season this year is in December, and it's PAX Unplugged. And I'm hoping that in about 2 weeks I might have some good news for a fun little contest that might involve PAX Unplugged. So stay tuned for that, because I really want to take a friend or two to that show with us. A viewer, if you will.
I was gonna say, thanks.
Awkward.
Well, I guess we're not friends.
We're friends enough.
But too close of friends for me to be eligible.
That's correct.
Damn it.
Ineligible.
I mean, I am coming to your engagement party.
It is true.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, it's been 15 years you've been dating this guy.
It's 7. It feels like 15, but
Right?
long enough.
Long enough. All right, so on that note, thank you, everybody. Yikes.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us today for Painting Happy Little Minis. Again, go to the Facebook group and join up there. Go to your friendly local game store and be a big participant of all the things that are going on there. Be a part of that community as you have become a part of our community. Also, check out albinodragon.com and Albino Dragon on all the different social media things. And check it out. Oh, yeah, we also should probably show off
Yeah, I
you guys
was
the
gonna say.
dragons on the spinner.
Yeah.
The spinner.
Oh, you're gonna have to
Alright,
spin
you
around
go
and see the
first.
backside. I don't
Yes.
know. All right, ignore the back of the wing. Because I started to go
Oh.
through that and it just wasn't.
Hey, Dave, look.
It's just not working.
Dave, look. It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress. It is in fact a work in progress.
Oh, wow, that looks really good,
looks
though.
good.
Holy heck. I don't want to put mine up now.
It looks so good.
I don't want to
I
put mine
didn't even
up.
prime the lower part of the, or base the lower part of the wing. Oh well. I'll finish it at home. I'll post it up in the forums when it's
That'd be awesome.
Wow, that looks
when it's all
good.
done.
The highlights on the musculature looks really good.
And I fix all that. Thank you.
I can dig it.
Your turn.
Well, wait, I want to get around so we can see.
Oh, I
the-
know, but I'm just
see
going to
the
say you're
different-
going to go.
No, no, no.
I'm
Yours
not
actually
following
is
that.
way further
no,
along
look
than
at,
mine.
This is really like
His
I
is
like the
really good.
shading on the front scales.
Yeah, the scales look so
That's
good.
amazing.
And it
Wow.
does. It definitely gives you that feel of that is a blue ice dragon, or
Mm-hmm.
that when it breathes in, it may even
Some
glow a
kinda
little
like-
more white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's awesome.
Cone of cold comes out. Super cool.
Some cold gray.
All right.
I'm just putting it out, but I'm not following that.
All right. So mine is absolutely a work in progress in that it is super far behind, comparatively. But yeah, that's what I'm working with.
I think it looks cool.
It looks exactly like yours.
I like the colors.
It's like the
I
Hulk.
think it's cool. Yeah, no, I did totally with the acidic breath. I think fits well.
Yeah. That's all about the green dragon. You know, if you look at chapter 7, green dragons in the Dragonomicon and the ecology of the dragon, you'll find that most dragons of the green, verdant nature.
variety.
Sorry. And then lastly,
All right.
I expect you to make up like actual scientific names for
Dun,
the,
dun,
the
dun.
species. Oh, cool! I like the red wings.
yes,
Is
nice.
it bronze or red?
It's like a bronze. I
It's like
actually
a
mixed
brownish
bronze
red,
and
yeah.
red, so that's actually very correct.
I like it. I like it.
And it kind
Got him
of
like the
does look
Rufio
like-
hair in the back with like the,
Oh,
the red and
yes.
black.
But I mean, it does give it that dragon kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's actually a really good idea. And think about using metallics. A really good idea.
nice.
Because dragons usually like they're copper dragons
they're like
and
a
bronze dragons.
iridescent
Should be
kinda-
metallic. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, good job, Mia.
Thank you.
I should have went last,
No.
but it's all good. Again, thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
I'm Jeff.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.